mainly south of Highway 30, and the bulk of the rain, and as it has been lately, is falling down in the southern portion of the state here. So south of I-80 is where there's just been some more steadier rain showers. We had it a little bit further north in Cedar Rapids earlier this morning and overnight, and now some of it's just kind of going back down to the south. Other parts are trying to come back to the north, but we do have some dry air in place, an east wind that's likely going to kind of cut this off, and we'll see these showers start to taper off this morning, but some light rain lingering around, especially south of Highway 20 for the morning hours. Temperatures are starting off in the 50s, which really is not too bad. It's actually mild, but we're just not going to unfortunately be able to move much this afternoon due to the clouds, due to the east wind, and we'll be held to the mid 60s for highs today. There will be the chance that there are a few scattered showers this afternoon. North of Highway 20, though, there may be some sunshine up that way that may allow for temperatures to get a little bit warmer, so it's kind of going to be a difference of two areas where in the south, higher chance there could be a few showers. To the north, where they actually need more rain, that's where there could actually be a little bit of sunshine poking through. But what we're all just looking for, I think, is a warm up, and with the warmth generally comes higher moisture levels and a better chance of seeing some showers and thunderstorms and seeing some heavier rain, and that's what we're looking for too, especially in those dry and drought areas. But so far this month, we've been sitting around 4 degrees below normal. We had the first 2 days of the month hot in the 80s, and since then we have been in the 60s. 12 out of 16 days now have been below normal, and we're looking to get back above normal, back into the 70s, back into the 80s. But for the moment, we are still below normal today and tomorrow by around 5 degrees, and then we do start to get back toward normal and even above it as we head into the end of this week and into the weekend, which does take us into the 70s and even some 80s. But with that is going to come the chance for some rain around here. So this morning we have these showers down in the south, and predictors doing a pretty good job at that. May have some of that rain lingering still as we head through this morning, but otherwise to the north, just going to be kind of locked in those clouds in the east wind. This afternoon and this evening, there may be a few scattered showers that perhaps pop up. I do think it would be pretty light, and then as we head into tonight and especially tomorrow morning, we'll have the chance for some more rain showers to come back into the picture, once again kind of focused in the south, but hopefully we can get a little bit further up to the north, as predictors showing here in the afternoon that we could get into some scattered showers and thunderstorms too. But what's happening at the moment is that we have a boundary that's hanging out down to our south, and that was going on this weekend too. Same boundary, still chilling, but that's where the focus of the heavy rain is going to be, where the better moisture is, and the higher chances for rain are going to be the further south that you go. We have enough moisture to the north that's going to allow for some showers and storms. It's just not going to be the widespread stuff. So most of eastern Iowa is going to be seeing scattered activity, even though we have rain chances every day, not going to be a total washout. And even with the chances for rain here, we do get back into the 70s and even some 80s as we head through the rest of the week and into the upcoming weekend. But we do have an active week still up ahead with the heat, the humidity, and the chance of additional thunderstorms. And today is really going to be the peak of the heat, and you'll notice the second you step outside, the AC is working overtime already as temperatures are in the 70s and near 80 degrees in Cedar Rapids and Iowa City at 6 o'clock in the morning. Talk about gross. And speaking of gross things, the dew points are up in the 70s, and not where you ever want to be, but this is terribly high, and this is on the scale here in the open UFTA range, because this is really where it starts to feel uncomfortable, and not just that, but getting to the point where it is going to be dangerously hot at times as we head through this afternoon, because temperatures themselves are going to be in the low to mid 90s today. We're going to have plenty of sunshine and dry conditions for much of the day, which will allow for that heat to grow, and then you tack on that humidity, and we have a heat advisory posted as a result, because heat index values are going to be well into the triple digits, maybe reaching as high as 110 as we head through this afternoon, and could be there for several hours. So as we head through the day, by noon today, we're talking about heat index values getting to near or above that 100-degree mark, and then we stay there. Many of us will be in the triple digits through the rest of the afternoon, and could be 6-7 hours where we have some triple digit heat, and could peak around that 105 to 110 range in some spots in the afternoon. I think that'll be more isolated, but certainly a possibility until we get some showers and thunderstorms going later this evening that'll help knock back the heat. So if you are going to be outdoors today, you want to make sure you're taking those extra precautions, wearing light colored loose fitting clothing, drinking plenty of water, and taking breaks in the AC see, because as we go through today, going to be pretty darn dry until maybe we get to 8-9 o'clock tonight and could start to see some thunderstorms bubble up. And there's still a question mark on where exactly things set up initially and when, but we'll likely have some scattered activity to start and then some more widespread thunderstorms overnight that could then continue into early Wednesday morning. And these storms have the potential to be strong because of the environment that we're in. We have so much of this warmth and moisture, and that is going to support plenty of instability in the atmosphere. So we do have a slight risk out for the area, which is a 2 out of 5 on the scale. Strong winds going to be the primary threat. Hail also a possibility, as well as heavy rainfall. And in fact, the Storm Prediction Center is monitoring the area tomorrow and Thursday as well. And we kind of just have to take things in this pattern day by day to determine where the thunderstorms will be, as well as how strong they'll be. But thunderstorms going to be most likely tonight. So prior to that, hot and very humid. Heat index values in the triple digits. Heat advisory in effect at noon. We'll continue to have rain chances elevated as we head through the end of the work week. The warmth sticks around, the humidity sticks around, and then that finally breaks with some drier weather as we head into the weekend. We had some at least decent weather. It was a little bit warmer yesterday morning, and we now have some cooler air to start the day, but temperatures are still on the mild side over the next 2 days here, and it's going to be pretty quiet if you're doing any traveling or you're going to be out and about or you need to go on a run or a walk today. Got some good conditions coming this afternoon. We have a little dip that happens on Sunday. We're back up Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll see temperatures drop down below normal as we head into next week. And that's as the pattern starts to turn a little bit more active here. So we'll talk about it in just a little bit. But to get you out the door this morning, if you're going out to those Black Friday deals, if you're traveling, your family's traveling, we have some nice quiet weather. High pressure has moved in, so that's great. No issues in terms of the weather that would cause delays on the roads or in the sky. We do have temperatures down, though, by 10 to 20 degrees to start the day compared to yesterday when it was a pretty nice start. Temperatures were in the 30s and 40s. Now we're down below freezing. We got 20s on the board, and with the clear skies and the light winds overnight and into this morning, we do have some frost out there, and probably going to have to take the scraper to the windshield and spend a little bit of time clearing it out. We are going to have, though, some nice, comfortable weather this afternoon. Just going to take some time for us to get there. By noon, we're up in the 40s, and we'll have sunny skies. Should be nice and comfortable by this afternoon as you're out and about doing shopping, whatever it may be, or maybe you're heading out to the Iowa game. For tailgating, temperatures going to be in the upper 30s to low 40s, and by kickoff, we're talking about temperatures nearing 50 degrees, and it should be pretty nice under the sunshine, but don't leave the coat at home. You probably still want to have at least a heavy jacket or a light coat, as temperatures will drop once the sun sets. That'll happen as we head through the game. If you're not sticking around town, though, and you are doing some traveling or you have your family traveling around, the weather's going to be quiet for today and tomorrow. We are watching the chance, though, for some rain and a little bit of a wintry mix by Sunday that could cause some delays around the region, but I don't think it's going to be anything that's really going to cause big issues. We do have high pressure right now, leading to the calm weather and the clear skies. That's going to lead to sunshine for today and tomorrow. Clouds will start to build in tomorrow afternoon and then take over the skies Saturday night. Into Sunday morning, there will be then rain coming in, and because we're on the north side of this system, the low pressure system's down in Illinois, cooler air is going to be found. So temperatures do get knocked back, and there's a possibility there could be a little bit of a wintry mix. I don't think there's going to be much in terms of accumulation out of this. There could be something minor, perhaps in some grassy spots or elevated areas in the north and into Wisconsin, but we are going to mostly be seeing rain, and that could just cause people to slow down a little bit more out on the streets. This will kind of start a little bit more of an active pattern. So that storm system comes in on Sunday. We'll then have another one loading up as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That starts to draw down some cooler air, and there's another storm system starting to brew out to the west in the middle and late part of next week too. So we are going to see some ups and downs in our temperatures. As a result, we'll be around 50 degrees the next 2 days. Rain on Sunday will knock back the temperatures. We start to climb up ahead of that next storm system that could bring some rain and snow and knock back our temperatures for the middle of the week. And we do have a cool, calm start to the day. Temperatures are sitting in the 20s to around 30 degrees, 27 Decorah, 30 Cedar Rapids, 32 in Washington. We had a cold front come through last night that turned the winds back out in the north after we had a nice south wind. It was a bit breezy yesterday, but we got the sunshine, 50s for the first day of March, first day of meteorological spring, and it was feeling nice. And now we're just kind of sitting close to normal for this time of year. We do have the clouds in overhead, so that's going to add to that chill in the air as well. Temperatures are going to be held close to 40 degrees, and we are then going to just drop back down into the upper 20s to low 30s, pretty similar temperatures to this morning. We do have those clouds with us. They're going to be staying. The winds aren't going to be terribly strong today. Should stay nice and light. As we head into tomorrow, we'll be watching a winter storm creep pretty close to the area, and this would be the first week in 3 weeks that we haven't had a winter system impact the area with alerts out and all that jazz, but we are going to be nearby. There's definitely been this southeastern trend here lately, but there's still the possibility that there could be some precipitation on the northwest side. There's been a lot of wavering with the models and the data, but we've started to see a lot more come together. Now, this is just two of our main models that we watch, and we have so much other data that we can look at, but the European model has actually continued to push to the south and east, whereas yesterday we had snow from this model over eastern Iowa, so it has been really taking the southeast trend. The American model has been pretty consistent on the southeastern track, and now when we look at them both together, they line up a lot better than what we were talking about yesterday. So this gives us some more confidence with the storm, but there is still going to be some uncertainty until we really see things come together here. And we still have a couple models that are further to the northwest. There's going to be some heavy, wet snow in the region, going to be some really sloppy stuff with temperatures just right around the freezing mark. The track is still trending to the south, but there's the possibility there could be a wintry mix in the southeastern part of the state still. As we get past that storm, we actually continue to warm up, and temperatures will be 5 to 10 degrees higher than normal as we go into the weekend and early next week. But then we start to drop on down for Tuesday and Wednesday, and that's kind of the beginnings of this possible pattern change once again that takes us into a colder regime. And we have had, of course, some winter storms that have come through, but we haven't really had a stretch of really cold air, and it's possible we could see a change coming for the second and third weeks of March with below normal temperatures expected, and in this could see a few wintry systems that pass on by as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for the end of next week, but for this week we'll finish it with just some clouds and temperatures in the 40s. Very slim chance that maybe a little precipitation comes around tomorrow, but we then will be in the 40s for the weekend with some sunshine. We'll have the chance for rain on Monday with our next storm system to come through, and that will start to drop the temperatures as we head through the rest of next week.